Hi everyone, let's talk makeup. So today I want to do a review of the fairly new Tarte Cosmetics Clay Stick Foundation. Now when this first came out, I was super excited because my skin really likes Tarte foundations. I've tried a bunch of different ones and basically every single Tarte foundation I've used I've liked. My skin just really likes it. A lot of the foundations they have tend to be full coverage or at least buildable to full coverage, and they tend to have some sort of skin benefit. So I've actually noticed my skin improving from wearing Tarte foundations. And so in a foundation stick, I thought this would be great. It'll be convenient, easy to use. And then the reviews started coming out and they were not good, especially for oily skin. I have very oily skin. And so I got a chance to actually place an order for Sephora. I don't remember what I even bought, but I was able to get a deluxe size sample of the foundation stick. And I really did still want to do a review because I think this can be one of my main contributions to the beauty community, foundation reviews, because I have extremely oily skin. I also have a lot of leftover acne scarring. And I think that's something I don't see a whole lot of on YouTube, at least from the people that I follow, right? I'm sure there are other people out there, but I haven't seen a whole lot of my kind of acne scarring. I have pretty good skin now, but the scarring is just never going to go away. Oh, my dog's trying to jump up on here. Come on. This is Lincoln. So yes, so I have a lot of acne scarring, very oily skin, and I also have enlarged pores. So I think that's a kind of, I have a lot of needs when it comes to foundation, a lot of trouble spots where foundation can really go wrong. So I do prefer full coverage matte foundations, but I have been known to enjoy kind of lighter coverage, more natural foundations. Although those, I always know, won't fully hide my acne scarring, and that's totally okay. I have come to terms with the fact that I picked my pimples and now I have a lot of acne scarring. But all right, I've been using this foundation for quite a while. Actually, I used it for 2 weeks straight, and then I was using it on and off before and after. So I have lots of thoughts on it, but first let me kind of do the demo of it. So I'll do a quick demo putting it on my face, and then I'll talk about I'll give my review. Let me put this guy down. Honey, what you looking for? What you looking for? Okay, so first off, I'm gonna wear it right now without any primer. But I have tried it with a bunch of different primers, and it didn't seem to make any kind of significant difference what primer I was using. So I'm going to use also a brush, because I found that was my favorite way of applying it, but I didn't have any issues applying it with really any other kind of method. I think you could use your hands with this, use your beauty blender. I am just preferring my brush. Right, so this is a Makeup Geek, the face buffer brush, and this is a brush that I really like, that is really good at blending all kinds of different foundations. So first off, hopefully the lighting is working with this, but hopefully you can see that this is a bit orangey. But, so the first time when I first wore this foundation, it was not a good match, like not at all. But then I got some sun and it became like the perfect foundation, and that's why I was able to wear it for like a week straight at times, and to really test it out, because it basically became a good match for me. Now right now I would say it's not a good match because my tan is fading, and it always my tan takes a while to fade, and so I have naturally tan skin, or color tan. So, but there you go. So hopefully you can see it is pretty easy to blend out. It blends out nicely in the skin, and it gives a kind of very nice satin finish. I feel like it looks like a satin finish because already I'm I'm seeing some a little bit of kind of glowy, not glowy, but just a little bit of like sheen, right? So this is pretty much the experience I've had with this foundation all along, right? It is not matte. It is a kind of a satin finish. It is not full coverage. I could try to go in with a little bit more and put that on my cheeks where I have my acne scarring. But it builds up a bit, but I don't like to layer a ton of foundation, especially on my cheeks. So okay, that's basically the demo. So I'm not yet going to go in and add all my other products, because normally I do, you know, put in a little bit of contour, maybe bronzer, blush, and setting powder. But I want you all to see and really get a good look at it sitting in on my face. So my review of this is that it is not a good foundation. It is the first Tarte Cosmetics foundation that I don't like, which is a really big bummer, but I really don't think it works for oily skin. I think people with dry skin, maybe even normal skin, might have a better experience with it, but if you have combination skin or oily skin the way I have oily skin, it's not going to work, because it's very like I have very oily skin. My oils break down this foundation in a matter of hours. 3 to 4 hours, that's all it takes for me to feel greasy. Like my oils will peek through and it'll make my whole face feel greasy, and that is like one of my least favorite feelings in the world, especially when it comes to makeup. So overall, it's a thumbs down in terms of its wear time for me. It is not something that I could wear on long work days, and I do have some long work days. And it isn't even on like light days. Let's say I'm just gonna spend a day at home. It is not a foundation I could use for that either, because it's gonna make me feel greasy, and that is a terrible feeling. On the other hand, that's my other dog lady. On the other hand, I have figured out a few secrets with it, and that is kind of a big thing I wanted to share with you. Because what if you did buy it and you want to make it work? Maybe you do like the finish of it, for example, or maybe you like, I don't know, Tarte Cosmetics or something, and you really want to make it work. And I think you can make it work for oily skin, right? So there are two things that I have found make this foundation last longer on me. This one product I'll start off with the first product, is the Lorac Balance-n-Brighten foundation. And this one, my shade's in the color tan. Most of the year this is a bit too dark for me, but in the summer it's just the right color. I will grab a big fluffy brush and I will dust this all over my face after I do my contour and blush. And this foundation matches very nicely. It's not a full matte finish, so it kind of has that more satiny feel to it. So it matches the foundation very nicely, and it helps it last. Oh my god, I can get 6 to 7 hours of wear time out of this foundation when I pair it with the Lorac Geller. It was just so incredible to me when I tried doing that, and it was kind of a fluke because I don't use this foundation year round, just in the summer, so it was just like the perfect thing to wear. I tried using other powder foundations on top of the Tarte, and not all of them worked, right? Not all of them worked, and for example, I've been trying to use up, or I had been before the summer started, trying to use up the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. I tried dusting a little bit of this on top, and it didn't. Usually this will help any foundation stay longer, but something about the way they interacted just didn't mesh well and didn't help the Tarte wear very well. Okay, second product that I think will help this foundation last all night. All day, all night. This product will make this foundation last. And that is the Beauty Bakerie setting powder I used mine in yellow. I also have the one in the color dark brown. that I use as a kind of bronzer. But I will dust this all over my face. Like I'll go in with, I've actually been using this e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. 101 like face brush. Tap that in there, swirl it around, put it all over my face. This guy does not add any coverage. The Lorac will add a little bit of coverage, but this one won't add any coverage. It'll just set everything. It'll mattify it. It does mattify it to some extent, and it will prolong the wear. Where, like I said, I did this once in the early morning, then ended up having a full day, went to the movies with my boyfriend, we had dinner, we did all kinds of stuff, and we didn't get back home till really late at night. And as I was removing my makeup, I still had makeup on my face, which was such a new thing or new experience with this foundation. So and then I've tried it again several times, thinking maybe that was just a fluke. No, this setting powder is the real deal, and it pairs very nice with this one. Now, the only thing you have to be careful with this powder is not using too much product. If you use too much product, it does settle on my pores, and they can kind of, by the end of the day, look a little cakey. But not that. I only notice when I look really close at my face. So most people won't be able to see that on your face, but so you want to be a little bit careful with this powder and use a light hand. So just a light dusting of this all over the face will help that foundation wear a long time. So overall, not my favorite foundation, not a foundation I'm going to buy the full size of it. I'm glad I was just able to try this guy for free in a sample, and I probably will finish this sample. I'll try mixing it with other stick foundations and try kind of all kinds of other things to try to use it up. So not my favorite overall, but if I really want to, I can make it work with the Lorac and with the Beauty Bakerie. So just a few tips if you really wanted to make it work. But that's it for me, and I'll see you in the next time.